Coming at you again with Hades. We are on attempt number 17. We're going to try to use the bow this time. We're just going to jump right into it because I have already done all the preparation for it at the end of the last one. Now we're using the bow even though we're getting a bonus for the spear because I need to try to get higher up with either the shield or the bow, and we're going to try with the bow this time. Also, I want to be good at the bow. I want to be a person that's good at archery. I forgot which ability I have on, so... Hey! Demeter? Hi, Renee. I think this is Demeter. I haven't met her yet, but that is a sheaf of grain. And he said, oh, that is cold, so that would be Demeter being upset because Persephone is not around. Hi, that one, Trombone. So, this is very exciting. This is... Alright. I am... Alright, my stream is not good. I have made a mistake. What have I done? Can I... Alright. I think... Sorry, guys. It was mad at me because I'm in 4K, and I tried to lower the latency on it. I don't know if it's going to accept this or not, but we'll see. And maybe I'm gonna have to start this all over again in a minute. We'll figure it out. Let me know if it's broken. So maybe Demeter just shows up after we have the first fight with Hades. I don't know. Well, you guys just tell me if the video seems like it's broken, because it's giving me an error message, but maybe it doesn't know what it's talking about. It's Demeter.
That you would seek to leave that bitter darkness for this bitter cold. Quite honestly, I fail to see why. But I'll aid your plight. Why not?
Interesting.
I can offer plenty of assistance, and you soon shall grow fond of it, I think.
Alright, so this is... Alright, well, you guys say it looks like it's working correctly right now, so excellent. It scared me with this big yellow banner pop-up on my other monitor. But alright, so this is the first I've seen of Demeter in this game. This is very interesting for, like, a bunch of reasons. First of all, she's intimated here that it's cold, and she's talking about the difference between darkness and cold here. So the Persephone angle is 100% going on. For the background there, if you're not familiar, Hades kidnaps Persephone. Demeter's her mother. Demeter flips out, and there's a lot of stuff that happens in the story. We're not going to talk about all of it now in like the classical telling, but it's why we have seasons now. It's why it's winter. Demeter it calls her the goddess of seasons here, so we're going to expect to be talking to her mainly about that. But she's like, I knew it was her when we saw the grain, right? Demeter is the goddess of grain, essentially. She's the goddess of the hardest. And to Greeks, you know, like the cereal crops, that's like absolutely like the bread and butter. So it's very interesting here that she is essentially a goddess of cold here in this presentation, because Demeter, like, it doesn't get cold because Demeter's making it cold. Demeter just flips out and like gets really upset every time Persephone goes back into the Underworld, and so she like stops doing her normal thing and making the world good. And that's like it's like the compromise is the seasons. But we're gonna take the Q. Getting much bigger would be fine. This cast drops a crystal that fires a beam at foes for 5 seconds. It's gonna make the cast damage lower, but it's gonna be like an auto turret.
The power of the freezing surface now. Can't do that.
All right, yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we've got. Our cast things will throw down We leveled up the owl pendant because I accidentally had it on. But anyway, so it's a very, very interesting to me that that's the way that Demeter's getting presented. Yeah, the Demeter cast is actually going to go very well with the bow and arrow, because it's just going to be like another backup for the guns. Feels good. We're just going to keep on. And because this is a really good ability. I'm not good, but the ability is good. Yeah, because it's just absolutely roasting them. The damage adds up pretty quick. I don't know how good it'll be once we get, you know, a few levels out, but as we see right here, you know, because importantly, they'll just like win for you, and then all you'll have to do is not get hit. You say this reminds you of Minecraft Dungeons fighting? I never played it, but
I did not count on Demeter being a part of this. Take heart, though use discretion around her.
Alright, so they're all talking about Demeter as if she's the goddess of seasons, and not like any other aspects. So that like, I really like how just like a little bit of presentation goes a really long way with sort of like how it's presenting the story of these gods, because Demeter is a lot of things. She's no one-dimensional lady. She's mega important, and for her to just be like, she's the goddess of seasons, you gotta be careful. It's not really enough information to tell you why, is it? You know, everyone's just assuming that they don't need to say anything to Zagreus that they don't feel like doing in the first place. So this is good. The stronger special with deflection is excellent, because the bow deflection is like real nice. Yeah, I really like the Demeter thing that's giving us the crystal laser beams.
Nix's power.
It's just too much fun. We're going to push just Athena boons until we get the ones we need to finish that quest up. Yeah, I really am playing very badly. Just so badly. I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be an archer, and I'm playing very, very much wrong.
In the name of Hades.
Yes, here we go. One we haven't chosen yet, so this is amazing. This is so good. Oh, it's if I don't have any Death Defiant. So once I don't have any extra lives, I'll be able to get a very small amount of HP left just by living. So that'll be a fun thing down to the wire. But it may not come to that at all, because if I know anything about myself, I will likely make mistakes before anything that long of a payoff happens. But man, I am bad with the bow. But you know, it's important to get at least out a couple of places just so I can get a the bonuses you get for doing it, and then I'll use the weapons I want to get good with, because it's not like I think I'm going to be done with the game, you know, immediately. even if I like somehow learned how to play, unlikely. Even if I somehow learned how to play, I would still want to keep going because it seems like there's plenty of like story beats and character development that you could only get like if you got out your first time, there just wouldn't be time to talk to and meet everybody. So if you were like really good at the game, then you would be missing out. You say you suck with ranger weapons in all games. I sometimes am very good with them, but this game is like the combat's very satisfying, and the bow's really quite different than all the other weapons, which to me are pretty similar, or at least the way I play with them is, because I'm not very good.
I'm empty.
But there's the funny thing about this is very, very rarely do you actually have like time pressure where like you need to get something done, right, in this game. And yet I'm always acting as if like I have to get rid of these enemies as quick as possible, even though like I would definitely serve myself well by being more careful sometimes. Those are not my crystals, those are evil crystals. You can tell because they're pink. Ow. Yeah, I think the Demeter crystal cast thing, it may not be very good.
That's one more.
We'll have to figure it out. All right, so boss with the Poseidon boon, Charon, or Chaos. Chaos abilities are better than any individual boon, probably, so I think we're just going to jump in here.
Where in the...
And we'll just chat with Chaos. Maybe they'll have more. And also...
recently beyond my senses, son of Hades. I persist here only in the fathomless depths. I know what lies out there, having created it, but I know nothing of what it is like right now. Do not tell me. I prefer to think of all the possibilities.
Very nice. So, Chaos only hangs out in the Underworld, is what they're saying right now. And whether or not they're telling the truth, they're claiming to not exactly know what's up. Alright, so... here we will not be able to cast, and then we'll do 40% more damage for the rest of the run. That seems, with the attack, that seems probably best, although if we do this, we can just not use the attack and then get one cast for the rest of the run. And if we want to lean into the cast, maybe that'll be good. Alright, so we're just not going to attack, or it'll kill us. So that will be fun. I'll have to remember to just, no left clicks.
Ringers.
It'll be alright. Yeah, we've got a nice strong queue. We'll be okay. That's right, because we have the Athena deflect queue.
Like that.
It's like, not only am I using the bow, now I'm not allowed to shoot it. Alright, Athena boon, yeah. We gotta lean into the Athena boons until we get the last of them for the prophecy.
Blasted tombstone then.
I might die here.
Can't do that. Not now. I'm empty. You'll be back, won't you?
I mean, Athena's already talked to us the one time, so she won't. Hang on. Alright, so Death Defiance. These are both things that will make that better, but really the benefit is that it gives you a charge back, and we've already gotten both of those before. So we're going to take the dash
Appreciate the backup.
just for the deflection. Hi, Natasha. So just a couple more runs, and then I'll be able to use my attack again. But now that I've got the deflect dodge, because it when the ability has deflect on it, then you can like run through them, and instead of taking damage potentially, then you do the opposite, which is doing damage. Death defied, not perfect.
That hurt, damn it.
Probably shouldn't have walked in the middle of a trap, in my my condition. Maybe I could like stop walking over the traps on the ground. I mean, I know it doesn't sound likely, but maybe I could do that. Maybe like tomorrow.
Looks
We
like
get a
good
nectar,
damage.
my favorite thing. I love distributing my favors to all of our friends. Alright, so another chaos gate we can push. Yeah, we'll take the life and then another chaos gate. And go to hearts, yeah. Hearts over money, probably, even though money might be better in the long run. Exactly, Natasha. You see, because you can get stronger that way, and you don't want to be weak. You don't want to be, like, intimidated by the traps. Like, where does it all end?
Can't do that. That's what you get.
It's so beautiful. If I could just not walk in the middle of the traps. See, all the things that make it look like you're supposed to walk on them that are like cool pictures of lions, they actually hurt you.
I feel stronger.
Alright, so here's our Chaos Gate. I hate to pass up a pomegranate because they can actually be quite nice sometimes, but we're going to lean into the Chaos Gate again. Just see what we can get out of them. So here...
In the name of Hades.
Yeah, we only get one conversation per run, I think. So... This is just another one of those... Alright, so we'll take this. Uncharted Eclipse. So for 5 chambers, we won't be able to see what we're going to get. But then we're going to get like an absolute ton more resources. So that's what we're going to go with. And here we can't see which way it is going to be, which that's what it said in the first place. It'll be okay. But yeah, we've got our cast thing now. We can use our real attack. We will buy the health because this is about to be a boss fight. But now we've got 4 casts, and that's better than not 4. And none of these are going to give me any money. And none of these are going to give me any money. It's very sad. You know, I don't know how this fight's going to go. Indeed. Which sister this time?
Electo.
Electo, the unceasing. She's the one with like
You're
a...
no god. You're nothing but a piece of trash. Born into all of this. And you don't even want it.
But I literally am a god, though. Like, this is just
You seem
rude.
to have me all figured out. And here I thought we were still getting to know each other.
Boom, roasted. He really got her with that.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here. I'll
The
show
way
you.
that her smile is drawn is just wonderful.
Why, you.
Actually, these are quite fine for the boss fight because unlike in most contexts, you know, they can't get distracted. They can only shoot where you want them to.
I'm empty.
Okay, as soon as I said that, I'm like, oh yeah, wait, no, there's gonna be more foes soon, but... Oh no, I've walked into the trap. But even a segment like this, where I normally don't do any damage, you know, we're I bet like a wiser player would stop walking into those traps and do that thing that I was trying to do there. Yeah. So you know, you try to make her walk into where you're at. All right. So I think yeah we. Oh no. Okay, and just when we finally get a setup to shoot at her, she goes invuln again. I feel like we have done, like, no damage at all in the longest time.
My turn.
Alright, now she's raging out, and all my crystals are really bad at hitting her. Oh no, those are... I don't need to dive into those. Or walk into the traps. One of these days I'm going to quit running over the traps. Will that... Oh, okay, and right into those things again. Fantastic. I am so bad. I keep walking into the back corner because the framing on the wall makes me not see the trap, which makes that a really good place for a trap. Alright, I don't even know how that happened. Maybe they all go off if you step on one of the ones on that side, because I was not close enough. But, you know, fortunately, I'm so bad with the bow, I am never going to kill the Hydra. Have I even killed one of the Furies with it? I don't remember. I'm going to die anyway. Anyway, just really shameful. I don't know if Electo's harder or if I'm just dumber. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's that I have to sit still. Okay, hey! Good night. It's that I'm supposed to sit still to ever use the bow, and anywhere that I could sit still isn't safe. But unfortunately, I've already beaten the Furies, which means now I have to get through this whole next phase somehow.
Electo failed. Off to Asphodel. Try another one, maybe. Go with that one. Purge boons for coin.
That one sells for 400, but actually, yeah. So right now my health is just regenerating
Go.
because I don't have any of the boons, but, or rather, because I don't have any life regen left.
Asphodel.
Infinite lives. But we're just gonna keep on walking, and then eventually,
Switch to a new effect.
and then he says my chaos spin switched to a new effect. What was I even getting out of that? Oh yeah, now we're about to get like way more stuff for our journey. I think I'm never going to be good with the bow, and maybe it's not even worth it to try. No, it's worth it to try, but maybe like only when it's giving me the bonus. Because the problem is that my style is based on being able to like get away with making mistakes by dashing. But the bow animation locks you, like, really a lot in basically all of its moves. And I'm not a wise enough player to be standing still. I need to run.
All set.
But we get a pomegranate, which we'll take it for the beam.
Zesty.
And a bunch of darkness is better than a bunch of gems, I think, because we should be getting a bunch of gems when we go home to the table anyway, because we met Demeter. Old icy Demeter. And for all of that, nothing hit him at all. But of course, you know, if I aimed him in the right area, it'd probably be good. Alright, I'm just going to walk into the water. It's fine, actually. Actually, this chaos, whatever is giving me this duo boon between Demeter and, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be trying to get rid of it, because it's actually giving me, like, a lot of HP. Because I'm at full HP again, and I've just been like tanking shots. Maybe the key is to get this thing. Because if I can just dodge and not take damage for a bit, then I'm already at full HP again.
How many more of these are there?
So now, of course, that's not great because I'm in a very low lethality build. That's not, but maybe I can get like a replacement for something that'll blow it all wide open.
Some darkness.
The Trove, we're going to take the Trove because it's going to give us money, and because all health damage doesn't matter anymore as long as we just don't die. Yeah, like for all of this, we're basically getting health as fast as we're losing it. And I think it's percentage based on our max, but it might just be like raw, but
That's enough yet. Very nice.
and yeah, so instead of 25 we get 64. So this Chaos Boon is very wonderful if you're in the mode that I am now, where we're, you know, trying to get more loots. Because if we get like 1,000, we get another life, I think. But 1,000's a lot. And first of all, it's more than all the other numbers before it, and similar to some of the numbers after it. And, you know, we're going to need to get some of those numbers on our way to mastery. Yeah, the problem is that right now all of our abilities are like relatively weak, except for the concerted casts, but they, you know, they're not as strong as they could be either, because if somebody's not sitting still, then they can't hit them, and if somebody is sitting still but where they weren't previously, then they can't hit them. But importantly, I am the most comfortable I've ever been in this game because I have regenerating health.
Not now.
And it's, you know, it's pretty funny because it actually doesn't matter what damage you're taking. Do we give Hermes the boon? Or the nectar? I want to save it in case we run into Eurydice, so we're not going to do it.
Boss, you probably caught yourself thinking, Hermes sure is quick. So how come it took so long for him to show up in the first place? Well, I'm afraid that's not for you to know. But it's not because I was late. Not late for anything.
I love this. So Hermes here is giving quite the hint. Because he's saying, hey, I showed up when I did because someone directed me to. It's a conspiracy. I'm part of it. And, you know, I like that about him. It also shows that maybe, you know, he didn't want to. Alright. After we dash, become sturdy and move 100% faster. Yeah, we'll try that. Alright, so here is a boss fight and a Demeter encounter. And yeah, maybe we can give Demeter a nectar. And if we can do that, if she'll like give us a little thing and we can just talk to her first every time, then we might be able to make a lot of progress.
My favorite power couple.
But here, actually, we reach a situation where our crystals are going to be very effective. Because the Medusa can't really run, and we are very, very solid at the single target DPS on a foe that can't defend themselves. So there we go. Now this one will be, you know, harder, but yeah, no, we just need to keep
Not yet.
on whatever side of him the crystals are already wanting to fire, and then maybe we can get a little bit of it. But it's all fine. You know, thanks to my amazing regenerating health pool, it's just the best thing. All right, and now Demeter's here, so we are going to give her the nectar.
You've shown me warmth and generosity,
Demeter.
and
I
I'm
call her
grateful
Demeter.
for it. Please accept this as
I
a
know
small
it's
token
wrong.
of my appreciation.
It's probably wrong. Is she going to accept the token?
An offering well suited for the season there, young Zagreus.
Oh.
In turn, as you are honorable and obedient, you'll have from me what the mortals have not.
Demeter got, like,
I'm in your debt, great
really
Demeter.
mad when all the stuff was going down with Persephone. Which, like, she wasn't wrong to be angry about it, right?
Olympus, I
But she,
extend
like,
this
she
message.
turned this kid into a lizard. It was heavy. Alright, so attack is stronger and inflicts chill. Whenever I cast, we do a burst and chill them. And the cast fires 2.4 seconds longer. Alright, all of these are really good. But this for the AoE, the chill slowing them down. Yeah, so that'll make them run 40% slower. Yeah, we're just going to lean all the way into the cast. Prophecy foretold. See, it already knew that I was going to choose that. The dudes with a lot of projectiles, they really, really get destroyed by the Athena deflect thing on the bow, because every single projectile homes in at the source when deflected, and they shoot a lot of projectiles, so it just absolutely pops them. But yeah, we're going to lean into the cast because I have regenerating health. I have regenerating health for the rest of this run. So if I can just play sort of smart and not take too much damage, there's nothing that can stop me. So do we go to see whoever this could be? It could be a Eurydice or more Demeter. I think more Demeter. We're gonna hope for even better boons that'll be related to this cast. We're going to lean into the Lady of the Season the first time that we meet her. You know, she said she wanted to help, and I believe her. Look, Demeter's mad. She's mad a lot, but Demeter doesn't lie. Whenever I said the gods are bad, look, if she ends up being bad, then that's okay. You know, they'll get me. Because Demeter, for all of her, now I'm gonna let everything on the world die, I mean literally everything on the whole world die thing, for all that she did that, she doesn't have the problems that a lot of her siblings have when it comes to the way that she treats people. She finds the mortals ungrateful, perhaps, but not like... Normally, if you catch Demeter's attention, it's not going to be a disaster. Even though I just talked about that little kid she turned into a lizard. The kid, like, made fun of her when she was in a hurry and not in any mood to be trifled with. I'm not going to say the kid had it coming. Demeter probably could have dealt with the situation a little better. I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe she did what she thought she had to do, right? But she probably could have done a little bit better. Alright, so here, when we have no ammunition for it, we'll do more damage and take less. Here, yeah, we're just going to lean more into this. Demeter's aid doesn't seem... Yeah, 40 second. It doesn't seem that good. So we're going to hold out for a different call. The Ares call does like a ton of damage, so maybe we could get that one if we're lucky. What's in here? We don't need to restore health. We will use this, yeah. So we spent 17 there, but then we got like, 3 times as much as we thought we would, basically, out of it in the darkness. Cast deals 50% damage. We will buy the Braid of Atlas because, and we're gonna take the Hermes boon. We're taking the Braid of Atlas for the increased cast damage because, well, this build is all cast, right? It's yeah, and we're about to go and fight the Hydra, so this is going to be...
Olympus, I accept this message.
Nice thing. So special faster, maybe. Attack faster, no. Yeah, this will be fine. 10% to dodge is fine too, but we'll take a faster special. So we're going to be confident going in here that we're going to be able to do it because we have health regeneration. So all we need to do is remember that the beautiful truth. The Bone Hydra now has a little okay, yeah, never mind. I made the right choice. The Q on this is very excellent at killing. We're gonna have our deflections. Yeah, this this build would be good with any weapon, but I think it's gonna be just fine. My infinite life is infinite. I've never been so cheerful. But you can't get the Demeter boon, right? Oh, that makes sense. This is a combo boon between Demeter and somebody else, maybe Athena? Well, we'll find out afterward. So, yeah, I think it was Athena. So it won't show up until you get to the surface for the first time and be able to meet Demeter. So even if you could find it, it wouldn't be activated, I think. Which makes sense, because if you had this boon, you would be able to tank all those shots and then still be at, nearly full HP, which is what I am right now. Alright, I need to point them away from the head, because it's invulnerable, but they don't know that. Yeah, and I still have 140 hit points. Okay, yeah, infinite hit points is infinite hit points. No wonder it gave me 500. Or it was 445 coins it was going to sell the boon for. But the Hydra's about to be in some real trouble because, well, whenever we sink these onto it, it's going to be 4 doing all the damage. Yeah, there we go. Like, as soon as, yeah, just an absolute melting. 1600, like a flash. That was 50% greater damage than normal because of that Braid of Atlas. But, I see that item somewhat commonly and feels good. This is a totally functional build, and I'm having a great time. We're going to earn our diamond, which means now we've gotten out of Asphodel with the Heart-Seeking Bow, Coronacht. And that means I don't have to use it again unless I feel like it.
Damn it, can't get
Alright,
that.
so we could buy this, but we were too broke. But also, we don't want it. Because, we'd come back to life, but that would be a very expensive way to lose our health regeneration. We're going to buy the treasure because 15 becomes 39, which is a very, very good exchange rate. Yeah, it would sell it for 425. Yeah, it's one single health every 0.8 seconds, which if I would have misclicked there, I would be crying.
Next region.
But it's up to Elysium now. I think, You know, I think we might be able to get through. The mobs in Elysium might be a little tricky for this style of play. But we'll just see. We might take this opportunity to get better at traps. And of course, oh yeah, so with the chill, it's quite excellent because, well, yeah, logically, if they're chilled, they can't run away from them. Yeah, the extra 2.4 seconds on it, all the things that we've taken to lean into the crystals are pretty nice. Not least that they fire automatically, so all I have to do is stay alive. This is going to be the first time I get out, isn't it? I'm going to be able to beat Hades on the back of these Demeter crystals, just firing automatically while I run away. It'll take a while, though, because these are charged up beyond what they're supposed to be.
Phew.
So it says it's 26, but did it really give me 26? I don't know. Maybe... Is the Chaos Boon just through the region? Yeah, no. Oh, that was already the boost. Alright, so between a Pomegranate and a Daedalus Hammer, Daedalus Hammer gives you, like, big increases to your normal things, but I think we're going to go with, to your weapon abilities, but I think we're going to go with Pomegranate here, because our boons that go to
Chariots.
the cast are so important that I think it's more advantageous to get them good at this point and just lean all the way in than to try to get some good other thing, especially when we have the choice. Because a Pomegranate's got to get on something it is, so it'll either make our dash thing better, but hopefully we'll get to choose something more advantageous than that.
Not yet.
Yeah, I was worried about Elysium, but yes. Okay, so the important thing about the bow is you don't really have to use it. Yeah, I had been talking in previous runs about how I wanted to lean more into the cast, but this special crystal is definitely helping. Alright, so we can get a whole nother second of firing or 10% more damage. It actually is a tricky choice, isn't it? Well, they do... Yeah, 1 second is 5 more ticks. Okay, yeah, so 1 more second of duration is 5 more ticks, and that's, 5 more ticks of 10 is much better than 10%. Alright, yeah, there we go. I have decided that I know what the answer is. Longer duration. It should have been obvious, but I wanted to say it all out loud, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna go this way. Maybe Patroclus again? Maybe somebody else. It was Patroclus last time.
Where are you now, I wonder? And what thoughts are running through your mind?
I think it's Patroclus again.
Ah, yes.
Yes, indeed. I wish I had a nectar for him, but I do
Something wrong
not.
there, sir? I mean, shouldn't you be up and about, competing for eternal pride and glory and all that?
What's the use? Let's say we fought, if anybody asks. Now go. I've no quarrel with you. Besides, I'll just remain here comfortably at rest for some untold millennia, I guess. Have a nice... whatever time it is.
Let's say we fought if anybody asks. Alright, so he's gonna give me all of Death Defiance back. Or 60% more damage on attack. Or a bunch of life. That's useless to me. You know, I don't even think I want the Death Defiance back, right? Because what's that gonna do? It's gonna remove my health regeneration. No, I mean... This is the choice. This is the right choice just because... Theoretically, I could learn to play somewhere in here and more insurance is better than less insurance. And I'm not going to use the attack anyway. Yeah,
Thanks.
Well then.
that was a harder choice than I anticipated. Alright, so Athena boon or Artemis boon? We're going to go with Athena boon and just hope that we can get maybe her impervious one? I don't know. But, so Patroclus, if you don't know, Patroclus is the companion of Achilles, who gets killed by Hector in the Iliad while wearing Achilles' armor. Or rather, in the events of the Iliad. But, so, it's very much a hook for anyone with any sort of classical knowledge, right? Because, well, Patroclus is that's a famous name. Like, it's, you know that, like, he should be hanging out with Achilles. Like, just as Achilles being in the House of Hades was very striking, so too is Patroclus not being with them wherever they are. Like, they were really quite good friends. And, you certainly get the impression that they would have wanted to hang out in the afterlife. So, like, the story is, so, like, Patroclus and Achilles, Patroclus, like, was gambling at cards and, like, killed a dude in an argument, right? And then he had to go and live with Achilles' family, and I just died because I don't have health regen anymore. I get to talking about this stuff, and I'm, like, not even playing the game right. Alright, so I'm about to die again. It just goes to show that I'm really bad with the bow, and I was only leaning on the cast to do anything here. But, yeah, Patroclus has to go and live with Achilles' family because he killed a dude. And so they had sort of like quite a close friendship there. Patroclus was like several years older than Achilles, so he would have been like a young man already, and Achilles would have been like a teenage boy kind of thing whenever he showed up at their house. And then, like, Achilles just absolutely loses his mind when Patroclus gets killed.
Stay away from me.
Some people, especially in the modern era, interpret their relationship much more differently, but Greek relationships are not built on the same framework as modern ones are. And even if it's the thing people think it is, it's a much darker connotation to all of that. So let's just hope that they are very good friends based on the fact that they, grew up in the same house, and that Patroclus is just missing his friend. We're going to take Athena's aid here, which is very nice. And we're going to go for the pomegranate to try to increase the Q stuff here. And
I can't.
yeah, I was talking too much about classical stuff, and I got distracted from the fact that the way that this build operates is throwing the cast down and then evading, and I was just like in there in the thick of it, acting like I was immortal. Of course, pretty soon I'll lose my last charge of Death Defiance, and yeah, there we go. See, right there, I was standing in the face and fighting him, but all I needed to do was throw these casts down and run. But we'll be fine now, because now my health is regening. Yeah, I should have just taken the weird thing to get my attack stronger. It wouldn't have mattered.
What's regenerating?
Alright, and now there's still like one left, so we just need to quit tanking hits, and we're just going to let him shoot at us for a while and regen health, which is cheesy, but this is literally the right choice in a game. So once the encounter's over, we're not going to regen health anymore.
Can't do that.
So we just need to get a bit more. I'm not going to go up to the full 160, mainly because I think we'll be fine without doing it. But I just wanted to get a bit more. Alright, now we get a pomegranate, and it's going to be another second on glare, so that's absolutely what we're taking.
Sharpen my senses.
5 more ticks. So this is going to be, like, super excellent at melting a boss, I think. Alright, so we don't need those. We'll do a Fateful Twist. What do we get? Yarn of Ariadne. We get an upgraded rarity boon. Ariadne is, of course, the daughter of Daedalus, right? Why can I not remember this?
Wretches, take him now.
It's got to be... I mean, it has to be the daughter of Daedalus, right? Because the yarn is in that story.
I'm empty.
But for some reason, I was like thinking of her name with Perseus, but my brain is full of mush at the moment.
Not yet.
I keep using the call at the base level, but you want to use, you know, the greater call typically, but in these shorter fights, it's not so important. And he says that's enough. It's not, though. We only get 3 treasures, which is really going to be, you know, 8. But do we take movement speed? No, I don't think it matters. Alright, keys. Yeah, we'll take the keys. The keys are very important because that's how we're going to get the last weapon, the one that looks like a sweet, like a crow that's also a like axe, that's also a motorcycle, that's also a gun. Like I said, it's very cool looking. And once again, you know, just lean into the crystals. Let the crystals be your guide. And the health regen is just the best thing in the game, isn't it? I mean, it clearly has to be, because I have just been straight acting like an idiot, and I am essentially full HP. Like, you cannot beat this with a stick. I'm gonna be able to beat the game if I can remember that I am all-powerful. Alright. My all-powerful invulnerability is ended. Yeah, the Hades boon is better, I think, but if you had, like, a lot of, like, really strong stuff going on, then I could see that this would be, you know, nice, too. But being invulnerable for a long time is still really good, even if you aren't like in a high personal responsibility DPS build.
That one's come back.
And when they're coming back here, they're coming back as the boss level ones, which is incredibly annoying. But I think, yeah, we're going to get them this time. There we go. We get 2 keys for it at least. At least you get somewhat of a commensurate reward. And we're going to be able to get a max HP thing here, which is fine. You know, I used to be more More impressed with those big ones did 600 damage when they hit them. Yeah, it won't take too much to deal with these fights. Yeah, and then they'll shoot some things at me, and we will.
Not now.
Yep, it seems like this is going swimmingly. Yeah, anytime that you get an enemy that's just going to sit still, it's going to put you in a situation where your little auto turrets here are going to be able to drop 1,000 damage on them. Because they have just a greatly increased time now. I think, what, it was like 3.5, 4.5 seconds more than normal. And each second doing 50 damage. Maybe even more, depending on how things go.
I can't.
And it puts you in a situation where you don't even have to remember what you were doing to your foes, which is nice. Alright, so Zeus Boon or more HP. We're going to go with Zeus Boon. Okay, there's a boss that's sending the spirits, maybe. Because that spirit was just like naturally occurring. Alright, we need to not be over there because there's less traps over here. So we're just going to...
More coming.
He's trying to tank through him like a champ, but it's just not working out for him. And now we've got him in between all of their the traps here, so bam, a theater with a greater call. And they are absolutely unable to deal with it. Alright, I don't know why. I think we're almost done with them. I'm like, there's so many. I thought we had been getting the spirits as they were coming out, but maybe... Please be the last one. There we go. And now we get a Zeus Boon.
I gather Lady Demeter's already got a frigid hold on you. Certainly not the warmest member of the clan, now is she? But do be patient with her, she's been through a lot.
I hate you so much, Zeus. What a jerk. So, right here, Zeus is acting like he's not the source, at least secondarily, if not principally, to a lot of Demeter's woes. Alright, after I take damage, foe is struck by lightning. This actually is excellent, right? Because I am going to take damage all the time because I have infinite health regeneration. So this is going to help me a lot. We're going to go to the pomegranate over Charon, because anything that lets us increase our cast skills is to be selected for, and it'll be the fight of our lives right after it.
Delicious.
Alright, so this is going to make the Revenge Lightning like 50% better? Yeah, like 50% better. This is going to increase the damage by 10%. You know, the 10% here becomes 5 a second. 25. No, we'll go with the vengeance. I think that's a big enough difference. So, let's see if we can get out of here. The bow run through going far better than I thought it was going to, of course, because we're barely using the bow at all.
These two.
These two.
Monster versus the blessed bonds of brotherhood.
The blessed bonds of brotherhood. I love how Theseus talks very much like he's declaiming. Very, very big hero stuff.
He is more powerful than he appears. We must remain alert this time.
Oh, I am perfectly alert right now, Asterius. And were I still alive, I would be positively salivating at the thought of running through this pustule with my spear, or whichever means I had available. Now let's go.
Theseus is just talking the trash. But he's gonna have a bad time this time.
I see you, fiend. The adoration of the crowd.
Yeah, so Theseus blocks most of the things because his shield works from the front, but the Minotaur is getting softened up nicely, and we are in, I mean, relatively low danger of dying, right? Yeah, we can take damage every now and then to do our Zeus shots because, yeah. The other thing about the cast, too, is, you know, it is making them slower, which makes everything safer on my end. The Greater Call is ready, but we're going to save it until, like, a more important time. Like, if I get a little out of sorts and realize that I'm nearly dead or something. Now, last time his call was from Dionysus, but someone said it didn't have to be that. Yeah, so we need one on either side of Theseus, or rather two. Because we need them to be able to get hit from either angle. Yeah, that's the play. Is it Dionysus again? It's Dionysus again. But thanks to my infinite health, I mean, it's not infinite. It's merely large. If the game keeps track of how much health I've been able to get because of Demeter's boon. Because this fight, I must have, like, lost so much health compared to my other one. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I am playing the game it's meant to be played. As it's meant to be played. By taking advantage of the blessings of the gods. And we're just tanking the hits because we have the boon of Athena. It's about to wear off though, so now we're going to get out of here.
Not yet.
And he's just going to get melted. He's not going to be able to do anything about this. And a shot right in the head. Hooray, the heroes are vanquished.
I win this round.
And I get an Ambrosia, which feels just so good because I don't love the bow. Basically everything about this build would be better if I had a different weapon. I could just be leaning really hard into the casts and then, like, doing good damage in the meantime. But it's all working out wonderfully well.
King Theseus has fallen to the likes of you.
He's all talk.
King Theseus is all talk. But here we go. So we'll be able to get, now that we've given the boon to Demeter, which was a good call, or rather the nectar to Demeter. So we're always going to be able to pull her up again. So if we ever want to be like, oh, I want to do that weird cast thing again, we can just pull that and hope to get them. So shop, we don't need regen health. The cast for 50% damage, we're going to take that. First of all, it's cheap, and second of all, that's awesome.
Do I still need these?
We don't need the special to be faster, but we might as well keep it there. So we're just going to, like, do we need...
My keepsakes.
Yeah, I think none of these are strong enough to be wanting to go to. Yeah, we'll just keep the 50% life, or 50 points of life.
I can do this.
From,
I can do this.
even, I mean, it's probably not the right call, right? I need to be leveling up other ones anyway. It just seems like having the little bit of cushion will be good, since I very much want to get out of the sticks here for good if I can.
Them, don't they?
That one has coin in it, don't they? Yes. So I think they sold last time I was in here, like, you could buy a diamond for 1,000, but when am I ever going to have that? This I've never seen before, this little anvil. Oh.
No way.
I don't have a Daedalus improvement, so we won't be able to do it. So I think this is like a cheap pomegranate, and then we've got other expensive pomegranates. So we are going to... It's tricky. Do I think that I could get 680 coins while I'm down here? I just don't know. We're going to eat the pomegranate. Yep. We get another full second on the cast firing, which is awesome. Maybe the higher revenge damage would be good, though. 223 is a lot. And, yeah, we're going to do that. Because we could just pick them up eventually, right? One more second. Going from 4 to 5, that's fine. But, you know, this is going to be... We're probably going to be doing a lot of revenge damage, if I know my skill level.
If I were a Satysack, where would I be?
Alright, so we're going to go... Daedalus Hammer first or Artemis Spoon first? We're going to go Daedalus Hammer first.
Maybe this way. Hello?
And yeah, these are going to be... Yeah, our cast is going to serve us very well here. Because these are going to be a lot of weird status effect things where we're going to want to be not sitting still anyway. There we go, yep. Our setup is good. I think we're still under Braid of Atlas, so that's going to, you know, due to the way that this segment is set up, we're not going to be in too great of shape, because each of these individual rooms, I think, is going to use a charge of the Braid. But we're still going to be able to get good work done.
Do that. I can't.
I'm poisoned. Where is the shrine I'm gonna tie? Oh no. Alright. So the shrine's all the way over there. This place is safe. Do my cast things come back to me? Where are they? I don't know where my crystals are. Did I leave them in a past room? Alright, there they are. I was like, I thought I had the ability where they would, like, return to me if I didn't pick them up for long enough.
Can't do that.
As you wish.
And we're just gonna sit here right in the middle of it. Call's wearing off in 1 second, and now we'll move out. And now a Daedalus hammer upgrade. So special does 3 base damage for each consecutive hit to a foe. We'll just take that. Because attack, yeah, we're not doing anything that's going there. Charging the volley, I don't like that either. So we're going to
Deadliest bow of all.
take a boost to the bow thing there. And
Sort of.
we'll just jump in here. And now we can afford this thing. Oh, so you can get rid of one of your things and then get 2 Daedalus hammer things. That seems kind of good, but you know,
The vast temple of Styx and its innumerable
I want to
dangers
not spend the
now
money
are
on that.
all that separate the Underworld prince from the land
Especially with those
outside,
pomegranates
which it
there,
desperately
and my
longs to
build
see.
so heavily wanting to increase my
I've
abilities.
almost made it.
Speaking of, let's just go ahead and buy one now.
I'll take it.
So here, it's a 2 level increase from this pomegranate. Higher special damage, don't care really. This is going to be a 20% increase, and this is 2 more seconds. I think we'll go with, yeah, we'll go with a 20% damage increase. 2 more seconds does seem good, though. It's tricky. Man, I really don't know. We'll just do this. It's like 50% more firing time on the bonus. It's really hard for me to tell. How do I know what's right? We'll take the glare.
Extra blessing.
And we'll go to this pomegranate next. Oh no, I almost got melted. They did way more damage than I thought whenever I was sitting still. Maybe I was in a trap or something, but that was a lot. Here we see the limitations of line of sight based attacks, both for me and my Gorgon foes.
Not yet.
Alright, so we've got a shop here. We're going to... Yep. Buy the gems just cuz. The health, we should be fine. We should be fine without it. Yeah, Yep, we already get to go to the next room. This is going to be boss fight room.
That's the most gigantic vermin I've ever seen.
Alright, so we just need to stay off of all the traps. Okay, there were more of them there. Why did I walk right into them?
Not yet. Not now. I'm out.
Is it just this one last little dude left? Yes, it was that one last little dude left. That's too funny.
Delicious.
Alright, so higher level on call, meh. So it would be 6 times the difference, so a couple more seconds. But we're going to take higher damage on the crystal beam at last.
Inside the filth-encrusted layers carved into the looming edifices of the Underworld lie such terrible abominations that not even grim Lord Hades is inclined to speak of them.
Sounds
gigantic
rough.
vermin head deserves a lot more credit, if you ask me.
I agree. The gigantic vermin head is trying his best. We're going to try for the Artemis boon here.
I'm empty.
One risk in how long they are now is that how long the duration is now is when they're badly positioned, you know, they can't, like right now, when they were out of line of sight, they couldn't, you know, be re-picked up. But I guess in conjunction with my health regen, I should just, you know, get a better spot, like right here, where the beams are going to be able to focus on all of our foes. That would be like a scary, scary situation. You think you're doing well, and then you just walk out. One day you're minding your business, being a sentient ball of anger. Alright, so we accept...
Say, were you hunting vermin?
Hey, the Artemis,
That's practically
the
just like
Artemis
the real
talk.
thing.
Haven't
It
talked to her
must have
yet
been a
this run.
thrill.
It was a thrill. So here it would want to get rid of my amazing crystal beams, so we're not doing that. 2% crit for anything is better than my attack being good, because my attack being good is never going to be good.
Time to hunt.
Deep within the desecrated layer of the god-defiling satyrs lie the noisome contents of their profane rituals, so foul as to be indescribable.
Indescribable. That's
just loves the stuff.
That's a fancy way of saying I didn't want to have to describe it. But we're going to keep on going, right? We don't want to give up yet. Because if we get more health and money, we might be able to get another pomegranate. So we're just gonna push through here and try to clear a couple more rooms. Is it doing 17 damage? Man, that's low. Oh, I could have checked out the well, but I didn't. Oh, I'm poisoned. I think this is ultimately going to be the right choice, not least because
I'm empty.
yeah, you know, the 2% crit is great because these things do damage a lot, so
Tasty.
yeah, I think just like anything that's increasing our power and resources is going to be for the good here. Because this health regen thing, like, man, oh man, is it just the best, the actual best thing that I could comprehend. We come in with the backstabs, we absolutely destroy them. Yeah, so the rats with their poison spewing habits are not well equipped to deal with an archer. You just gotta, you know, figure out how they're operating, and as soon as they start trying to operate, run away!
Just let them try and stop you.
Can't do that.
You know, probably not the best use of the Greater Call, but you know, I bet some of them are real good. I've only really used, that I remember, Athena's and Ares'. Ares was awesome. You turn into the little whirly blade and you just like absolutely schwammer your opponents. It's like, it's real devastatingness. Just an absolute murdering.
Oh, I hate this stuff.
That was a industrial strength poisoning. It did more damage than normal. I got poisoned again. There we go.
Not now. Not yet.
Behold our power.
And all of that for 100 measly gold. I mean, not really. It was always, it was also, you know, for glory and satisfaction.
Before I leave.
Alright, yeah, so we're going to check one more passageway. That is going to get us another heart. It's also going to get us enough for another pomegranate upgrade. And then we're going to be able to go and try to fight Hades, fight the old man, punch old daddy in the face. He's got it coming. Not really, we're not sure. Look, I don't want to, especially in the context of having children and his treatment of women, Hades has a lot to answer for, right? Hades is an objectionable dude, but that does not mean that in this specific situation that all the Olympians that are acting like they're on your side are, right? And it doesn't even mean that Hades is being evil while he's hiding things from us, you know? He's not explaining himself. He's being kind of a jerk about it sometimes. But it would be good storytelling if it turned out that, you know, he had sort of like decent reasons for it. And, you know, maybe he's not as self-interested as you think he's going to be. You know, maybe there's more going on. Maybe not. It's one of the things that makes this very compelling to me, because I have, like, quite a lot of expectations of, like, what I think, you know, is going to be what goes on, based on my expectations of God personalities and that kind of thing. But alright, yeah, we're just going to send through here. This is going to be a fairly easy boss fight if we can keep him going in that direction, and we're just going to run back and forth. Yep, there you go. Basically, these Medusa bosses are, for this particular cast, far and away the easiest. Which makes sense, you know, they're a functionally stationary opponent. So there we go, we get 50 more max life. We're going to jump down here. We're going to have enough for one more pomegranate. We would also have enough for one more life, or one of these, but I think because we're not really leaning into the weapon at all, I don't see how improving the weapon is going to help me that much. Compared to, yeah, now we'll have 2 more seconds on it. I think, yeah, I mean, why not, right? 8.4 bonus seconds. The thing is that, like, you know, they're going to be turning, but it's going to give me good opportunities to forget about them. You know, we're going to throw them down for like 10 seconds, and it's going to be fine.
Cerberus again accepts the sack.
Cerberus better always be accepting it. I would just, like, stand here and let him hit me. Cerberus vanquished. He's fine. I'm glad the game tells me. All right, so we made it. We made it to the gates again. This is as far as we've ever gotten. You know, we've walked out the door and lost this fight, but we are uniquely situated to maybe not lose it this time. I've somehow turned the bow build into a high evasion Dancy Pants build. So let's see if Dad's out here again. I can't imagine they'll give me a different fight.
I don't think I'll ever get accustomed to the breeze.
But here we are in the wintertime.
The sea, the heavens and the earth. All of this belongs to my brothers. We are their kin by birth. But we are foreigners in their country.
No mournful speeches.
See, Hades right here is trying to explain, like I was talking earlier, about how the dynamic of the son that we are, the father that's hiding information, and all of that, like, what we're actually getting here is Hades attempting to explain, and the pride of Zagreus getting in the way. He's like, no, I don't want to hear it. What Hades is about to say here could be the most important bit of information for this entire thing. But if you don't want to hear it, you're not going to hear it. See? There you go. Impulsiveness runs in the family. What a good thing. See, right here, he might be dissing who? Persephone? Himself? Some of the brothers? In any case, Hades right there is switching from trying to explain himself to a son who maybe he is begrudgingly coming to accept, and now is, like, just contemptuous of it. Because from Hades' point of view, he just wasted his time. And, you know, maybe he's right. But I know that he's not going to make it this time. We know we've got 2 Hades phases, but he's a slow boy right now.
What's wrong, boy?
Don't do that.
Darkness.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, he's not great at fighting with these Demeter bolts in him. But we're at full HP right now, you know. This Demeter ability, where with health regen, if there are better abilities in the game, I literally can't conceive of them. Because all I have to do is not get hit a lot, and then I'll be able to win.
Heed now my summons, wretches, and come bring my wayward son down to your depths.
I thought you could handle this yourself.
As you wish.
That blasted. Darkness.
If can I grow the Q in damage against him with the thing and get like really massive fights? Does it have to be consecutive hits? If I ever miss one, does it go down? These are questions. Alright, so it says we've got boiling blood. I don't know what that is. Some kind of debuff. It doesn't appear to be making me lose damage.
Boy, what do you think, Father? I think you are wasting your time.
It's my time to do with as I please.
You are untouchable for now, sir.
Darkness. Well.
Alright, I am low on HP again. I really need to quit taking damage. I don't know what these skulls even do. Alright, we're about to die. Because I don't know what these skulls do, and I can't make them stop hitting me, apparently. Even with relatively infinite health. Yeah, so you can get through.
Not yet.
Alright, so it's gonna be phase 2 now. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh, I don't think we're gonna make it. Well, phase 2.
Deal with this.
Father. Can't do that.
I've had it with you, boy.
Get off me.
Oh no! Okay, well, I don't know what happened there. He raised urns up and then it was a trap in my face, I guess?
Ah, he's strong, I'll give him that.
Well, Anyway, that was intense. I even with the health regen, I don't know how I'm ever going to get that far again without the health regen. But he's still not at the desk.
It, huh? More pets? More pets.
Yeah, you know, yeah, it was a good run. We got all the way to Hades. I mean, more importantly, we got through Elysium with the bow, so we don't have to use the bow again. I at no point during the whole run did I lean into the bow being good at all. So yeah, so a lot of these diamond rewards are quite extraordinary.
Whatever's on your mind, believe me, it's the last thing that I want to hear right now.
Megara doesn't want to talk.
What's in stock?
So this thing... So you can... This guy is a broker, so you can trade some things for other things, but... You can buy an ambrosia for 2 diamonds, or you can buy a diamond for 10 nectars, or, you know...
Sure, why not?
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I bought a nectar for 5 keys. I hate that. Well, that's, I thought there would be like a confirm button. There was not. Well, we don't want to buy Titan blood with ambrosia because ambrosia is harder to get. But anyway, so you can buy the stuff here. If we had like an absolute ton of nectar, then we could get diamonds for it.
Be strong.
So I think we've completed... No, we've... So there is one for Demeter, but... Yeah, we just need 2 more for the Athena boons. And then we can get like a ton of things. And that would be Stubborn Roots, which is the best duo boon that there is, for my money. And now we're going to have to live our whole lives not being able to get it again.
We can't do that yet.
Alright, so we have slightly more health. That probably wasn't a good call. I probably should just save for more charges of Death Defiance, but you know.
Now we're talking.
Will it even work?
Need some practicing?
Alright, so I wanted to buy this one, but I wasted my keys. And we already have gotten up with this one, so we will choose the shield.
My shield.
Alright. So if we wear the Athena thing, that was just going to get the next one be from her, and then her blessings in general are there. So it's like, if you know you're going to be angling for a god, then you go with that. But I think we'll just go with it because, for one, we'll rank it up eventually, and for two, I really want to complete this stupid quest, so... You know, you can just beat up on Skull. He's like a nice little target dummy. And then his femur breaks. Man,
Miss me, boyo?
this is when I just hate that I have to go to bed. Because I would love to keep on doing this. But alas. You know, we've got bunches of currencies. We should talk to the Momsy.
And you are back. Then it can only mean one thing. Are you all right, my child?
Yes, I think so, Nix. Returning here by Father's hand does put a special sting into it, though. So, any invaluable tips on how to vanquish him? Some hidden weaknesses only you know about, something like that?
You know his weaknesses better than anyone. Better even than he. It pains me to know that the conflict between you cannot be settled in some other way. But if this is how it has to be, destroy him for me. Next you fight up there. However long it takes. Would you do that?
Interesting indeed.
I would. I will.
That's about as openly as she said that she would like to do something about it. Alright, we've got... Yeah, I guess you just take that one.
Contractor. Go on and make it so.
Good earns. Is there going to be another one? Yeah, another one beyond that. Because all of these are just decorations that are, you know, progressively more expensive. But maybe we need to renovate more, and that'll make Orpheus want to sing, right? Enhances the viewing area near the West Hall. We'll put a scrying pool down.
Should make a nice enough addition to my chambers. Very nice. Let's pack that up for now.
Okay. I didn't know what I was doing.
That's better.
Now I have to do it all over again.
Let's see how
the agony. But
good enough.
You know, we that was fun. We got to meet Demeter, which is very important. Very interesting stuff. Because I had been wondering who the last...
has been added to the list.
Right, so... This prophecy is just for taking care of the various bosses. We only have 3 more to get in the Underworld Chambers, so that shouldn't be too hard. Well, before too long,
A beautifully decorated, subtly
Before
enchanted
too long,
ball
we'll have
containing
more
traces of
things.
the hapless prince's past attempts to flee the Underworld now accents a particularly cluttered
Every time I
corner
see a
of his
quest, I'm
room.
like, oh, I should do that. But then, you know,
Always wanted my own scrying pool.
then it doesn't let you. Well, I suppose that will do it then. Yep. Well, good night, Natasha. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed. And when we return, probably not tomorrow morning because I have work, but tomorrow afternoon, might have more Hades. Might have something else. It's hard to say, but I'll see you.